From the time I was young, I was always fascinated with medicine. And then when I was about 9 or 10 years old, my grandfather ended up getting diagnosed with lung cancer. And my mom was his primary caregiver, so I spent a lot of time going back and forth to the hospital and to the doctors. And it just fascinated me. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, my grandfather ended up getting diagnosed with lung cancer. And my mom was his primary caregiver, so I spent a lot of time going back and forth to the hospital and to the doctors. And it just fascinated me even more. I chose Ross because I had a few friends of mine who were about 2 years ahead of me in their studies that were there. And at the time that I was applying for medical school, it was subsequently after September 11th. And I was a paramedic for the fire department at that time, and I was involved with it. And that was a big point in my life where I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore, and I wanted to move on with my career, and ended up going to Ross. And I just needed to get out of New York at the time for obvious reasons. My journey was, different than the traditional student. I had finished undergrad in 3 years, and then I went on to get a graduate degree in health administration, and ended up getting an opportunity to go to Ross, and started down in 2003. I was a May class, ended up there for the 2 years, and then went on to Miami, progressed through my steps, ended up in New York City for my clinical rotations, and then from there on went over to Stony Brook to do emergency medicine, and then did a trauma critical care fellowship at Northwell. The best part of medical school for me was actually learning about the human body and how fascinating it was. Ross gave me the opportunity to become a physician, and that means a lot to me. I don't get paid to come to do these info seminars. I do it really because I want to, get the school's word out there that this is definitely an opportunity to get to reach your dreams.